Okay, so I decided to, while I was waiting for something else to work on my computer, to just live stream this next review. I'm trying to get so that I'm reviewing at least 2 or 3 issues a day. And this is the best way for me to do it right now. But while something else is uploaded, but I'm not switching to an all live streaming format, so don't worry about that. But if you don't like this format, and these will always go up in their correct playlists and everything, so whatever. Maximum Carnage, Part 4 of 14. This is adjectiveless Spider-Man, so I guess he's not amazing, spectacular, or sensational in any way. He's just meh, average. He's got a job in the... This is Spider-Man who's got a job in the accounting department. Venom, Carnage, Demi-Goblin, Shriek, Doppelganger, and boy, oh boy, is this the type of thing that used to make comic books great. This is the thing that made me want to pick up comic books when I was a kid, whether I saw them in the library or on the newsstand. I mean, look at this. They're hot. You have them high up. This is a dynamic shot, and the adjectiveless Spider-Man books were not the we're not the flagship of the line, and yet look at how much effort is put into this. You got Demi-Goblin, you got Carnage, you got Shriek, you got, and then on the here, and Doppelganger, and then you got on the hero side, you got Spider-Man, Venom, and Black Cat, and they're all in just this great dynamic shot of them fighting at the top of a really high building. It's just, this is what makes people want to pick up comics. This is it. And just when you see that part, as a kid, I know some people are daunted by this, but as a kid, when I would see that I was dropping into the middle of something like this, I just felt like I was getting involved in something really epic. I mean, you pick this up when you're 8 years old, like at the library or something, and you see part 4 of 14 on it, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is big. This is bigger than what I... This is bigger than what I get on TV, where everything is solved in half hour or an hour. I mean, as a kid, that's what you're used to. At least in the 80s and 90s, you got used to seeing all problems solved within a half hour or an hour on TV. And then you pick up comics and you'd see like this and you'd be like, this is so much bigger. This is so much more epic than anything that my parents are watching or anything that I watch on TV. And that's what enabled them to compete with TV and other things. I mean, even video games, you only play those for like half an hour at a time, and some of them could be beat, within that time. So yeah. But Team Venom, Maximum Carnage, Chapter 4. Sometimes they use part and sometimes they use chapter in this story, depending on which book they're in. Come in, gang. Be it ever so crumbled, there's no place like home. Ya like it, Carnage? This is where they store stage props for rock shows. I learned about it back when I was a groupie. I love it, Shriek. But you can have your doppelganger drop those... You can have your pet doppelganger drop those guards right now. Souvenirs we don't need. You done good, babe. Laws are only words. You can do anything you want. Anything as long as you got the guts to make it happen. I've always buzzed on heavy metal. But it's all about chaos. And chaos is the future. That's a little lesson we're gonna teach the world. Together. Sounds great, Carney. Just one thing. How come you get a happy family, but Spider-Man and Superman don't? Is there something twisted in comics or what? I think I'm going to be sick. Something smells like sulfur. Soho, home of Mary Jane and Peter Parker. The whole of Soho? They must be doing better for themselves than I thought. Well, MJ starts out because and I'm with her. Once the serial killers with a grudge start showing up injured at your house, It's time to leave. It's time to get out. That is not safe. She's not exactly sure what she's going to do. Yeah, since her nearest relatives are in Pittsburgh. But, yeah. I think it's at least time to get out of the house.